All right, so you're trying to soundproof bass. Well, this is a little bit more difficult to soundproof because bass is what you would consider a low frequency noise. Now, low frequency noise, it usually creates a vibration. The lower the frequency, the bigger the vibration. Now, bass, as you know, has a lot of vibration, and to be able to soundproof, to be able to stop that vibration is a little bit more tricky than just adding a second layer of drywall or adding something on the wall that will just stop that from coming through. Usually the easiest way to soundproof something is if you're soundproofing for higher frequency noise. An example of a higher frequency noise would just be people talking. People talking, there's usually not much bass unless the people talking has really, really low voices, but that's usually a lot easier to soundproof. How you soundproof that? Add another layer of drywall, maybe some mass-loaded vinyl in between. If you're wondering how to soundproof just for voices, video right there. But this video, we'll talk more about bass, because if you want to soundproof for those lower frequency noise, you'll have to do something more than just add another layer of drywall. You'll actually have to remove your first layer of drywall if you want to make this soundproofing project a success, because just by adding a little bit of drywall, you might hear the noise less, but that vibration of the bass you'll still hear it. If you lay your head on the pillow and you can hear the bass from somebody in the house, just by adding a little bit of mass, you'll still be able to hear that vibration. Now, what you'll need to do to completely get rid of that vibration is to hire somebody, or you can do it yourself, but this is a little bit more tricky of a DIY project. But if you do hire somebody, ask them if they've ever installed a resilient channel. Now, resilient channel is something that you add directly on the studs. So what you will do, you'll have to remove the existing layer of drywall. It sounds like a big project, but for a contractor, for somebody to come in, it's not that big of a deal, and the cost might be a lot less than what you might expect. So it's not bad to just call. But you can go ahead and do it yourself. I'll have links in the description below of everything I talk about in this video. So what I would tell your contractor is remove that first layer of drywall, add some acoustical insulation. They might tell you that the pink stuff, fiberglass, is just as good, and in a lot of ways, it is just as good, but if you're really serious about getting rid of as much noise, as much vibration as you can, they do make this type of insulation for a reason. And it does work better than the pink insulation to drown out those types of lower frequency noise. Then they would have to add the resilient channel. So what is resilient channel? What does it do? Well, as you can see on your screen, that is how they would install resilient channel. It goes directly on the studs. And if you want more information on exactly how to install it, if you are going to go the DIY way, video right there. Just make sure that if you go ahead and install it yourself, that you install it properly, because resilient channel isn't cheap, and going ahead and installing it yourself and have it not work is very, very disappointing. I've talked to people that have done it and then have hired somebody to redo it, and they've been extremely happy with the results after it's been reinstalled. So after the resilient channel, they will need to install their first layer of drywall. Now, the drywall that I would recommend is a 5/8 inch drywall. It's a little bit thicker than your typical 1/2 inch drywall, so it will block a little bit more noise, and it's not that much more expensive. So just go with a 5/8 inch drywall, add some mass-loaded vinyl in between the first layer and the second layer of drywall. Now, the mass-loaded vinyl, what that will do, what that is, it's a very dense material. It's like a rubber material, as you can see on your screen. It comes in rolls, and you add it in between the 2 layers of drywall, and what it does is it works very good at blocking and also absorbing noise. So whatever low frequency that is left coming through the other side, because I mean, it's not going to completely mute everything, but it will do a really good job. The mass-loaded vinyl will help block whatever is left coming through. And then add your second layer of 5/8 inch drywall, then you should be good to go. If it is a home theater that you are building, then you can go ahead and build some acoustical panel. Now, acoustical panels can cost, like these ones can cost about $100 each, but there's a video right there or there that you can watch that I'll show you how to build. And I mean, I'm no expert in building acoustic panels. It's pretty easy to build. It's pretty cheap. Go ahead, watch that video, build your own acoustic panels, hire a contractor to do the rest if you want it to be done correctly. If you have experience, then go ahead and do it yourself. If you have ever dealt with low frequency noise, if you've ever installed resilient channel or anything, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to know your experience with this type of material. And also, don't forget to click the like. Thanks for watching. Until next time.